Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to look at this example where our goal is to maintain the temperature of these two tanks within certain defined limit. So what is happening in this system? We have these two tanks which have, let's say, some fluid, and then here outside we have ambient condition. Heat is going from this tank to this enclosure. And here we also have a heat source which we can switch on and off as per requirement. And from here there is also heat transfer from this enclosure to surrounding. The surrounding temperature we can use constant or it can vary. We will look at both conditions. The temperature of these tanks is continuously going down. Our goal is to maintain this temperature within the defined limit. Let's say we want to keep our temperature above 8 degree. It means as soon as temperature drops to 8 degree, we switch on this heat source, and when it goes up to a certain temperature, let's say 10 or 12 degree, then we switch off this heat source. I will not be solving this entire example, which I have already solved and it is available in my Udemy course. But here in this video, we will discuss only this temperature control. Let's switch to OpenModelica. Here is our system. These are two tanks. Tanks are basically thermal mass. So I have added these thermal mass 100,000 and it is the product of M into Cp. Then here is the heat transfer from tank to enclosure. Here we can also add a thermal mass because there will be some air inside this enclosure which would have thermal mass. So I didn't add. You can do that. It is not a big deal. Then here is our enclosure, and from enclosure heat is going outside, and here is our outside temperature, which is, let's say, at minus 10 degrees Celsius. Our tank will start at certain temperature. Here we are adding this heat which is at 0 watt. We can switch on and off. Here we do not have any controller yet, but we will add a controller over here. I think we can add a thermal mass over here. We can copy paste this one and delete these and these, and we are adding heat to this thermal mass. And here our temperature sensor. We are measuring the temperature of tank, and the temperature of these two tanks should be same because we have same condition. I mean, the thermal mass is same, the thermal resistance actually in this case is thermal conductance, which has unit watt per Kelvin. You can check that how you can calculate. Then here is our thermal conductance from enclosure to outside, and outside temperature is minus 10 degrees Celsius. I don't have number for this one, but it should not be very high. Let's take it 1000 joule per Kelvin. Now I am running this simulation for 48 hours that you can check in here. I have added this annotation, which is start time 0, stop time 72,000. You can add start and stop time over here. Alternatively, of course, you can define over here. The reason for doing that, because if I change any parameter, it moves back to 1. If I define over here, it will stay as it is. We can use interval, different interval, let's say 2 seconds. Okay. Now, if I will click OK, it will run simulation. Once simulation is finished, you can see temperature. Our tank temperature started at 15, and after some time, we can change the second to hours. Our temperature started at 15 degree, and because of the heat transfer from tank to surrounding, the temperature is continuously going down and it has reached almost minus 10 degrees Celsius. What we want to do, as soon as temperature hit, let's say 8 degree, we want to switch on heat and then it will go back. When it will reach to 13, then we want to switch off that heat. We can do that in this model in a manual fashion, but that is not the goal. I mean, we can do that over here. Let's say, I think 1000 watts should be enough. If I will run, Now you can see it started at 15 and it has reached at, it is above 10 degree. So that is fine, but we do not want that. Our goal is different because here we do not have any control. So let's remove this one. For controller, we need different kind of heat, which is prescribed heat flow. Bring it over here, say OK, and we can connect this one to this one. This heat source, actually, we can define heat source as an input. There we could only define inside the block. Now we can connect an input over here. For this specific purpose, we need an hysteresis. I mean, when temperature goes down, it will switch on. When temperature will go up, and it will switch off. So just write over here, hysteresis in blocks, logic, and here is our hysteresis. Actually, this hysteresis is a different kind of block. You can see it has this purple color and it has its blue color, so we cannot connect these two. If you will look at the detail of this hysteresis block, it has output port which is a Boolean port, and input it can take any input. For input we have over here, so this temperature is in degrees Celsius because this block I have used from Kelvin, so it is converting. You can see Celsius from Kelvin, it is converting from Kelvin to Celsius. We can connect this port to this one. So we got our feedback temperature. We have to connect this to this, but we cannot do that. For that we need an interface, and also we need to convert this Boolean output to a real number. There is a block for that, that is Boolean to real. Yes, Boolean to real. We have to connect this one. So now let me connect this one, then you will know what I am doing. We will connect this one to this one, and you can see they both are same color, so we can connect. Now let's go over here. So it has two parameters, u low and u high. You can see if y is equal to true and u is less than u low, switch to y false. Y is the current state. So it is saying if current state is true, and whatever the input, if it goes below here defined value, then the state will change to false. And similarly, if the value goes higher than the u high, the state will change to true, and in between it will remain into its current state. It means when we want to maintain temperature, let's say 10 degree, so I will say u low is 10 degree and u high is, let's say I want to maintain at 13 degree. Then we have to define the initial state. We can define true or false. Let's say true. Just in a minute you will know. If I go inside this tank, and you can see initial temperature is 15. It means initial state temperature is higher than the high value. It means our state is true. So when our temperature is higher than that, we do not want to have any input. Or you can say in true state, our heat input should be 0. Then we will come over here. This state is converting Boolean to numerical value. So we need a real value from true state. So when it is true, it means when temperature is higher than 15 degree or higher than high value, state would be true. So during true state, we want to have our input 0. Because it is connected to this value, this input as a number, real number will go to this block. When temperature will go down, lower temperature which is 10 degree, then our state become false. So when it will go down the 10 degree, we want to switch on our heat. It means at false state, we want to provide some heat. Let's say 1200. Okay, we are starting at 15. There is no heat, it is true. Heat input is 0 and temperature will start go down. From 15, it will go down and it will reach 13 and it will go lower than 13. But between these two numbers, 10 and 13, it remains on the previous state. So previously it was true, It means between 10 and 30 it will remain true. So it will not switch on even when it is lower than 13 and higher than 10. It will go down further as soon as it will touch to 10 degree or less than 10 degree. It means our state will change. It will become false. Now the Boolean output will be false, and when Boolean false output will go over here, false output means 1200. So 1200 will go in here, which is the heat input, and its unit is SI unit, which is watt. So 1200 watt heat will be provided. That's how we can control our temperature. Now if I run this one, hopefully I will not get any error. Yeah, you can see it started at 15 degrees Celsius. It went down at 10 degree, heat switched on, temperature increased at 13, it switched off, and we got this. We can also check prescribed heat. We can see this heat flow. You can see it started at 0. Here temperature was higher than 15, it was going down, there was no heat. As soon as it touches 10, our heat source is active. Now after heat source is activating, the temperature start increasing, and when it reaches 13, it has switched off. We got this profile, and that's how we can control our temperature with this hysteresis. In this case, we have considered our ambient temperature was fixed, which is minus 10 degrees Celsius, but it doesn't happen in reality. The outside temperature can vary. I mean, in summer that should not be a problem, but in winter it can vary minus 10, minus 15, sometimes 0, 5. So it can vary. In next video, we will provide here this variable temperature, and then we will see the controller, how it works in that case. Of course, the goal of this example just to show you how you can control temperature and how you can use variable parameter in your example. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.